Satan's strategy is disobedience. Desire leads to deception, which then leads to disobedience. The first half of James 1 verse 15 tell us, when the lust has conceived, it gives birth to sin. Desire is not sin. Sin is the illegitimate application and placement of desire. For example, when a young child makes decision, it's often based on feelings and desire. The child feels like playing, watching TV, eating, running, or anything of that sort. The child say, I want that, or I don't want that. If the desire is not managed, it can end up dominating the child's actions in forms of disobedience. However, as the child matures into adulthood, the process of maturity leads him or her to begin to operate based on the will. He or she may not feel like getting up to work, but because it is a responsibility, he or she gets up and goes to work. Victorious Christian living occurs when the Holy Spirit presence is free to manage. Through our spirit, our feelings, emotions, desire. That's not to say we need to negate our feelings. We are human beings, and emotions are very real. But the placement of their expression must be brought underneath the Spirit's control, or we run the risk of letting our volatile emotions be used by Satan to lead us straight into sin. Philippians 2 verse 13 says, "It is God who is at work in you, both to will and to work for his good pleasure." Victory in spiritual warfare involves intimacy and identification with Jesus Christ to such a degree that his will reveals itself as the dominant force in our own will. That is the difference between victory and defeat. Only when God's will directs our lives are we then also equipped with the power to do what he will us to do. God promised to give us this power if and when our will aligns with his. But to do this requires faith that God knows what he is talking about. The opposite of faith is not doubt. The opposite of faith is disobedience. Thank you for watching. Follow for more.